What's up, everybody? Today I'm going to be installing the Aqua True. Try to see if I can find it on YouTube, but I figured I might as well put one together. So starting off, of course, you have to lift the top. Now you have the three areas where you would put your filters. I know that the first box, you'll also notice that these come very shrink tight wrapped, so you can hear the sound of the air coming out. Next thing you'll do is you'll remove the sticker, right? And then you'll be able to put the filter according to its color. And then you would insert, and clockwise, you see you'll see that there is a red arrow, so make sure that you twist it clockwise and that it's flush with the corresponding red arrow. Also, you must notice too that there is a groove, right? So you're gonna want to fit it in a groove. It's almost like a screwdriver, type of grooving that you see, and then you want to align it with divot here, and then to be able to then turn it clockwise and have it flush with the red arrow. Also note, once all three are in and you've used it for its time to replace, you will have to push this out, right? Push it out to then replace, and then replace with the new one. Then you're gonna want to close it easily. There's grooves in there as well. So then next you're gonna fill this up to about the handle, or at least right below the handle, with your tap water. I want you to take note that there are two compartments. There's this one, and this is going to be for filtered water, for the water that gets filtered, while this one is for the tap. This was going to be the one that's going to be in the back, and that's the one that you're going to have to fill up with tap water. If you don't have the sticker on it, then you'll know that this is going to be the one that goes in the back, the tap water, while this here, the actual jug here, will be the one that will be for filtered water. Again, you'll see here how this is labeled for mine, but if somebody decided to get a used one or a refurbished one or whatever it may be, just understand that the back is for tap water, while this will be the end result of the reverse osmosis process that you would use as your jug to put in your nice clean reverse osmosis water. So you're gonna make sure that you fill this water up to just about the tip of this handle here. Fill it up with your tap water. Of course, you'll see how long this has elapsed to fill this up. Probably about 10 seconds. Now, before filling this up, you could have done so, but I'm going to do it now. But as you turn around, make sure that this is plugged in, right? It's one of these kind of plugs. 24 VDC 2A. And that now, once that's plugged into your outlet, you then hit the on button, which then you can hear a sound. You start seeing some things happening already. Starting the process already. They say this takes about 15 minutes. So once it turns on, you already know it starts filtering. Kind of like, don't know what to say. Maybe it's like toast. So the directions did say that you may notice bubbles or even cloudiness in the tap water. So this is simply trapped air from the filters escaping and may be experienced during each use. You also may notice some black cloudiness. You may also notice like the black cloudiness in your tap water tank within the first 2 tanks being filtered. So loose carbon dust from your new filter can release into the water as the filter fully saturates. So this is what's going on from the tap water as your reverse osmosis is starting to fill up. Let's look at the other side. For those of you who have a brand new one, I mean, I don't know, if it's a brand new one, you're gonna have to repeat this process 3 times. You know, empty the water from both the tanks. Don't simply top off the water in the tap tank with more water. Make sure to empty the tanks each time and refill the tap tank and place both tanks back on your AquaTrue. Repeat this process 3 more times. And so you give your tap water and clean water tanks one more cleaning with soap and water before first use. So you're gonna do this process to kind of like break in your filter. So you're gonna break in your filter. If this is your a brand new one, you're gonna have to do this at least a couple times by, you know, taking the residue from that, pouring it out, refilling it, and then placing it back in. Okay. So here, just as a note, the full blue circle at the top of this display panel is a reminder to empty the wastewater from your tap tank and refill it with fresh tap water, right? So you'll just keep refilling it until this gets, you know, filled up. But yeah, definitely just remember that you have to break it in if you're brand new, but if this is kind of like a refurbished, if you've gotten it already, I would guess that you just wouldn't have to. But again, just for safety's sake, it's good to break it in by just doing 1 or 2 different cycles of, you know, emptying both of these waters out because, you know, it says so. Also to note that if you want your filtered water to be replenished, you know, if you want to refill this clean tank of, you know, of your reverse osmosis water, you have to detach the tap water tank. You have to, you know, you have to take it out of this in order to have it refilled. So watch this. Okay. You can hear the sound, but also you will notice it too on this interface here, how it's starting to refill. So basically, you have to detach the back part in order for it to refill. You cannot just take your hose. You know, you can't just take your hose and pour water in there. You can't just dump or redump water from a pitcher back in there. You literally have to detach. You have to detach this part there, and making sure as well this is tightly fit in as well. So as you can tell, it's starting to refill. You can see it through it refilling. Sometimes you'll see the bubbles in the back in the tank, but also the interface will show, right? It'll go from this whole, it'll show this visual of it going down and up, refilling, as well as the numbers of the tanks that are, of course, inside here that you've seen before. So, yeah.